to Mike because he was a great entertainer. So my thing was entertainment over vocals. Entertainer gonna win if you're the greatest entertainer. Look at Hammer. Hammer was not the best rapper, but Hammer blew up so fast and quick. Hammer would put on a show. Hammer by 80 and can still outdance most kids today, which is crazy. I seen him the other day on TV and he killed, and I was like, Hammer still got it.
That joker could go, man.
He could go. He could go. Great entertainer, and he blew up to the top, but nobody's ever critiqued his lyrics. They just know that dude gonna dance and party. You know,
we used to talk about Southern Soul singers that can't sing. I'm guilty of when I listen to Southern Soul, I listen straight for the lyrics because these be the most entertaining lyrics ever.
Yes.
Speaking of that, what song we just listened to?
Monkey Stick, the remix.
The remix. That was a funny song because
my wife loves that song. By
Slack
the way.
said, "You gonna get on this?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Man, I don't know." He ain't ready to talk about nothing. I said, "I got it. Watch this." You know, soon as I said King Kong in the bedroom, Slack stopped me. And I said, "What's up, Slack? You good?" He said, "I'm feeling it. Let me run you back again." And when I said "Ooh wee baby," and Slack saved me because it wouldn't have had the "Ooh wee baby" and led into it. He stopped me, and he was like, "I'm feeling that. I'm gonna start you back a little further." So when he started back further, I put the "Ooh wee baby" and kind of led up into it. And Slack was like, man, when I got through and I came out, he looked at me and I sat down and he said, "You just killed this song. You know that, right?" And I said, "What you talking about, Slack?" He said, "Lyrically." He said, "Your lyrics fit perfect with that monkey stick." He said, "You done called out King Kong, Mighty Joe Young, Congo." And he was like, "Dude," he said, "that's probably one of your best lyrics is, you know, because I mean, military groomed me lyrics.
Right.
Being in the military with a lot of East Coast guys and getting culturized to different cultures. Most of my partners, when I went to Camp Lejeune, they was from New York, New Jersey, Philly, D.C., you know. So I was just like, you know, coming from Mansfield, you know, I listened to like Ghetto Boys, Luke.
You know.
Magic Mike, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that.
Mike.
So my culture of music and old school, Johnny Taylor, this, that.
Right.
So I got up there, these cats listen to Tribe Called Quest, the Wu-Tang, Nas and stuff like that. So the music changed. And I was like, I don't know, man. And I sit there and be like, I ain't feeling that beat. I can't dance to that. And they would say, "No, yo, it's the words. Listen to what they talking about." So I started paying attention to lyrics.
Yeah.
That's
what my wife said, "Look at it, he got that cane."
Yeah. he got it from Walgreens. And I said, "Where you get that from?" He said, Walgreens. I said, "Give me the cane." I threw it through the woods. Like, "Man, come on, let's party."
Speaking of monkey stick, just had a question. I saw, seeing you on stage, seeing your monkey stick, and I'm a goofy dude. I joke all the time, and it seemed like you got the same characteristic. Like you love to joke. I mean, are you a personality? Are we getting into JeterJones? Are you like a person that loves to joke and just laugh?
Oh yeah. I'm the one that sit at the mall, man. And I remember when they had the mall down the street at South Park. We just sit there and just talk about people. Like, well, look at the shoe, look at the shoe. You know, I think when people first meet me, I come off as quiet because I'm analyzing people. You know, I'm always observant. You know, but everybody that's close to me, I say, "Oh, he crazy. Something wrong with him." You know, because we talk about everybody and we just joke and laugh. I like to have fun. So I mean, if you do something messed up, you know we gonna ride you. So I mean, I'm fun loving. Even on the stage, I have fun. You know, a lot of people like, "Man, you duck walk," and I be like, "It hurts." Boot scoot hurts, man. And boot scoot was a duck walking was a punishment. When I would smoke my soldiers, you know, I would have them duck walk, and I'd be like duck walk, and I say ping, and they had to say quack and turn around and duck walk back. You know, I made a dance out of it, and I don't know what I was thinking, because every time I do it, it look good and it's fun. Like, yeah, duck walk. But I'd be like, man, I am hurting. my legs are burning, you know, and I keep forgetting it was a punishment because it builds all of this, you know, it's an exercise. And I was like, man, what was I thinking making that into a dance? And when people requested, true story, I had did a show in Alabama, did a show in South Carolina, and we finished up Sunday in Atlanta. So we did the first show in Atlanta. So one of the managers was like, hey, they want us to come over to this club, man. We do a cameo. Like, all right, cool. So I went over, get in the club. That's JeterJones in the building. I'm like, hey, what y'all got to eat? You know, like, hey, we enjoying. And the cat said, hey, they want to do a song. I said, oh, yeah, that's cool. I'll do one. I'm here. They're like, cool. You going to do a song? I'm like, yeah. So he said, I'm going to play the song that they love. And the guy told me, hey, G, don't worry about it. The mic really ain't on. You just lip sync over it. We just gonna play the song. I'm like, oh, that's it, even better.
Right.
I'm like, cool.
Right.
I done did 3 shows. I'm tired. So I'm like, okay. So he said, man, this is our jam here in Atlanta. What song they played? As soon as it came on, the DJ was looking at me like, man, and he had to say something else. He said, Brad, what happened? Like you guys said. I said, you played Duck Walk. When it came on, I was like, they're like pumped up. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm finna jam. And it came on, and I was like. I had to talk to my body. Was like, legs, I just need you one time. If I duck walk the first, hopefully they'll catch on and do it the second time.
Right.
Oh, I was hurting. And we went to another club, and it was like, no.
Like, nah.
Just bring me a minion, that's it. I was like, no.
That show in El Dorado where you slid off the stage, man.
Yeah.
And they said, man, he do that all the time. So this is good. I want to know, man, doing all that because you perform. What's the aftermath like at home? Like, is it on a scale of 1 to 10? How bad are you hurting, or the energy it takes?
Well, 20 years, most of mine was spent in infantry. My body's beat up. I always say I got a good motor. Being a light 250, I toss it around like it's nothing, because in my mind, I'm still like 170 in my mind. But my body is beat up. But I'm still energetic. I tell a lot of people I'm going to try to give them a high-impact show as long as I can. After a while, they probably be on a hover around, come out singing. Because, I do stuff. I crawl, I flip around, I jump off the stage. I still show my athleticism. I'm surprised I got that word out. It came out smooth, too, then.
Yeah, man. You did good.
I still show that because when I got in it and I did a lot of the chilling circuits, I started doing trail ride, horse races. Then I jumped into the juke joints. But when I be on with blues singers, I noticed that cats they're coming in with them suits like they the Canton Spirituals or the Jackson Jubilees. And I was like, man, they look like church. And they sweating bad, but they got that whole suit with the long coat on. I was like, man, they gonna pass out. But most of them didn't dance or entertain. They just sung their song walking around, which was cool because they got that suit on. You probably die. But I was like, man. And then I noticed when I come in, everybody get to jump around hype. And I was like, okay, let's keep the energy up. The wardrobe will be down, but we'll keep the energy up. So, that's part of my show is the energy. My band gives the same energy. That's why when I do shows with them, they'll change intros up on me. So, that particular show, they hit me with that Charlie Boy. I look good, and I was like, yeah. And they know me, I freestyle. So whatever you play, it don't matter. I'm on freestyle whatever I want to do anyway. So it wasn't even rehearsed. Bubba, shout out to him, man, Bubba Watson. He just picked the song, and he's just like, man. And I started jigging like, oh, this it? This how y'all gonna bring me out? Okay. So, I was so hyped that when I did the little shoot in, I came in too hard. And I almost failed, but nobody caught it because I'm athletic. So I caught myself real quick. After the show, I told him, boy, I came in too hard. I said, I almost bit it. He said, you weren't going to do nothing but just slide around on the floor and play it off. I said, yeah. So a lot of times it'd be mistakes. And the band just be laughing like, man, this dude is crazy, man. So I be like, I like to have fun. So, and then when you do crazy stuff like sliding off the shades like that, and that was a baseball slide. My keyboard player, Mac, he said he looked this way. I was standing by him. When he looked again, he seen me sliding and jumped like, oh. He looked at Bubba like, oh. ain't Jeter like 40 something? You know, like, he said, yeah. He said the dude took out and did a baseball slide off the, and he was like, man, this guy got some energy, man. I'd be like, dude. But the real true story, you know, like I tell my girl, you know, I don't cheat on her because I be tired after a show.
Hey, out of anything he said, just because I'm tired.
Ice on the knee like I done played an NFL game. But I go to my room, I got a heating pad. It's already plugged up in the hotel. So my guy be like, hey, I never go to after parties because I be tired. And cats be like, oh, Jeter don't never go to after parties. They think it's just a pet peeve of mine. I be tired. When I leave it all out there. So when I leave, it's like, hey, shower, room, sleep, you know.
I'm gonna ask you about one of your videos, and this was funny. You was wrong for this, but I can't remember what song this was. You went to go visit a young lady. Her husband wasn't there. I guess he was out of town or something. He came home. You snuck down the stairs, walked past him. You hadn't made it. Then you get outside and slam the door and get a call. Why you slam that door?
If you notice, it said to be continued.
Yeah.
So I was trying to figure out, you know, because Sir Charles always said, he said, man, he said, you kind of like a R. Kelly or Southern Soul. He said, because you think outside the box. He said, you're trying to innovate. And shout out to R. Kelly, man. You know, his personal stuff has nothing to do with his talent.
We just talk about music.
Yeah, when we talk about music, you know, he's one of the greatest songwriters of our time, hands down.
Facts.
So when Sir Charles was talking to me, he said, you always thinking of crazy stuff that's off the box. Southern Soul don't do this. And he was like, you know, when I said, okay, when I was coming up with the video and giving them the concept, I said, okay, I'm going to slam the door. They said, but you got past them. Who was slamming the door? I said, we got to have a sequel to it, you know. So when we spin it back and come back to it, it's going to spin off from the end of that, you know, into another blues song. So.
Oh, you dirty joker, you. You don't slam the door.
Because you notice he went with the gun, you know. So I was like, all right. So I probably have him catch me, you know, for being cocky or something like that, you know, and just run it off from there. So I don't want to give away too much gravy, you know.
Right.
Keep the pork chop smothered right now.
Right. Man, I know you just recently performed at a Ratchet Fair.
Yes.
Now, that's normally known for the young crowd, the hip-hop crowd. Then I saw the flyer had JeterJones. I'm like, how this going to work? I should have came down there just to see how this was going. So, you know, I mean, how did that work out for you?
I mean, matching that energy, you know. I'm a rap head. I love rap. I still listen to K Pistol. You know.
KP, okay.
Man, when KP dropped that Ratchet Girl, that was sick.
Yeah.
And it was like the whole city was like buzzing to it. You know?
Man. He turned the city up on that one.
When I tell cats like, Ratchet movement started here, Manigo, shout out to Manigo. Manigo, it started here. It's not Baton Rouge. You know, when they was like, I was down there, and, you know, I used to hang with Pokey and Beat Flipper on Plank Road at the studio, and we went to the Bella Noche on Wednesday night. So we really just play around in the studio. All we was thinking about, I'm gonna hit the Bella Noche tonight. We hit the club and came, it's going live in Ratchet City. I said, hey, this ain't Ratchet City. It's about Ratchet City Part 2. I said, Shreveport is Ratchet City. Oh, we were arguing all day about where Ratchet City is. I was like, bruh, Shreveport is the original Ratchet City. You heard me? And they were like, Jeter, you always arguing. I'm telling you what I know, but I mean, it's crazy being in that. When they hit me up, I was like, well, it's pandemic. All corns is good corns right about now. I was like, all right. You know, but I looked at it as a challenge. Okay. I said, man, I'm going to be on a predominant rap crowd. How can I woo them? You know, then when the ladies, I'm thinking I'm going on in the daytime or during the day. They say, oh, no, you our headliner. I said, huh? I'm headlining the rap. Ratchet is a rap, you know. And she was like, I don't know, but you getting the most money. So I like that.
Game
most
on.
Money, okay, let's go. So it was game on for me. So I went and found that drive, that dum 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 dum. I already had it as an intro because I come out on rap music, you know. That's one thing I changed up because of the energy. You know,
You set the tone when you come out something like that.
So I come out on rap songs like Lit. You know, shout out to my boy Papa Hussein.
Papa Hussein, yeah.
Even our homie Big Fella. I come out on there working my shoulders. You know, I do different stuff because I'm a dancer. So I come out partying.
Right.
So I said I got to come with that original Ratchet City drive. You know, so I mean it worked out good. Everybody loved it. So and I had a good time. Just watching the local Big Tweety. I've been knowing her forever, and we done songs together, you know, when I started out with the music here in Shreveport. And just to see her performing, I'm like, man, you back. I see you. What's up? You know, see some old friends out there. So, I mean, it was awesome. It was awesome to me. I hope they get me next year.
Plug. I definitely got to ask you this before I forget. You know, when I look at the major award shows, you know, Grammys and American Music Awards, MTV and all that, they got all the different categories, you know, best female hip hop artist, hip hop, country, rock. Why is Southern Soul Blues so underappreciated by the
I think
the commercial?
I think because it's fairly new.
Yeah.
I think it started like back in the end of the 90s when they started Southern Soul as a branch off of blues, you know, because it wasn't blues. When Sir Charles came along, he was singing bluesy type lyrics to R&B tracks, you know.
Right.
Is anybody lonely? Because I'm lonely too. I mean, that sounds like a blues song, but when you hear the beat, it's a R&B slow jam.
Right.
You know. So I mean, when they changed the genre up, it just got time to effect. But I think it's coming because we're getting the numbers now. You know, I got several videos that's over 1 million views.
I was finna say because you
know.
got some big
My
numbers.
Spotify numbers are steady increasing. The fan bases are getting there, and that's we have to thank social media because of that. You know.
Right.
The Instagrams, the Facebook lives, you know, we can attribute that to that. But the numbers are coming. So now that's when the phone calls are coming. Pretty soon we'll have a genre in BET and MTV. So I look forward to the day because that means them coins going to go up excessively, you know, once you get on that platform. So I'm just enjoying the journey right now. And being in a new, because I think it is the new R&B. Because most of the R&B singers, like look at Calvin Richardson. He's over here with us.
Right.
I've done shows with Tony Terry. I mean, I grew up like, man, that dude sang that with you. That was my jam.
A lot of people jam.
Everlasting Love, he got hits. And I'm like,
Yeah.
man, this Tony Terry. And you know, the competitiveness in me, I'm going to tear him up tonight. He the headliner. I got something for him.
Come on with
You
it.
got to come behind Trail Ride Blues tonight. So, I mean, I go into every show that way. My friends call me the headliner killer. It's like, dude, it's hard to come behind you. And I said, man, that's what I'm here for. I want to make my own mark. You know, I could care what your show doing. All I know is I'm finna try to tear these people up tonight. Every night. You know, if I had to walk it like a dog, shake it like a hog, whatever I got to do, I'm going to do it. You know, when I get off the stage, it's like, yeah, how was that? You know, let me go take pictures and sell some of this merch, you know. So, I mean, it's business, but business is always good. And when you get in the hardware, it's proof that it's working. It's working. So
Show them the hardware again, so in case they get,
Come.
the hardware. Well, you know what? Where'd you get that from? 'Cause my wife, like, he keeps saying, come.
Yeah,
So, we got to get the story behind it.
My platoon sergeant, when we went to Iraq, a good friend of mine, Pharaoh, he was our platoon sergeant, and his name was Pharaoh. But he would sit up, you know, no matter where we was at, you know, and we would go get the little capture people and we'll bring them to him, you know, before we pop them out, and he'll be sitting up on them, and I said, hey, we finna bring such in, you know, he'll get the interpreter there, and he'd be like, come, and I said, Pharaoh, what you take? Come, and it was so funny to me when he said, come, and so I started saying it. Next thing you know, everybody started saying it in our platoon, come, you know, or somebody say, hey, Doc, you want a chicken? Come. And they'll start laughing because I was marking him when he said, come. And I mean, because he was a big dude, but I mean he was comical because he always like, hey, come, you know. He's always sitting up like Pharaoh, and he had a stick, and we be joking like, hey, we're gonna bring him to Pharaoh. So I adopted a lot of stuff I say. I've been saying for over 20 years, and it's crazy because I see it on Facebook, and like when I curse, I always say, church folk, log me in, you know, for cussing, you know, just gonna log me in the book because I'm finna curse, you know. So I say, church folk, log me in, and then I go on and cuss, and it's my way of getting back because I used to tell my grandma, hey, you might well go on log me in. And she said, oh, you better not. So she know what's coming, you know. You better not curse. I was like, When somebody make me mad, but they're going to log me in. You know. So now I say, since you gone, I say church folk log me in. And I mean, a lot of little stuff I be saying, because like he said, I am comical. You know, I have fun, man. And I mean, life is too short, because, I mean, we done lost some people for nothing. You know what I mean? So we really have to stop the violence, because we in a pandemic and we still got crime, violence, you know, black on black crime. How? We running from Corona. We ain't got time to run from Corona and then
run from you too.
Run from you too. You know, that don't make sense to me, you know. So we really got to stop the violence, man. It's crazy, you know.
Amen to that. So that's the story of the come.
Yes.
Cause my wife like, ask him where that come means. I'm like, okay, yeah, I do it. So,
She's right.
so that was it. So man, tell us about the new album, man. Let's tell us what you got.
Mufasa, man. It's hot as fish grease to me. I sat on this album for about 2 years. If you hear the first version of it, it's so many songs that was on there, and I was just taking songs and adding songs. So it was take away add. And when I got done with it, I felt like I had the best nucleus of songs. Like this is it, you know. I mean, they gave us 5 stars for it. So we did an awesome job picking songs. Me and my team. Shout out to the team. But I mean, it's everything to me. When they come out the box and they introduce the King of Trail Riding Blues, it starts from now. We got blessed off, man. Shout out to Rap A Lot for letting me remake the Ghetto Boys. Mind Playing Tricks on You. I am a rap head. NWA, the Ghetto Boys, man. Gangster rap, you can't miss me, you know. I wanted to pay homage, you know, to them guys, you know. Then it signified it because I went back and redid it when Bushwick died. And I said, I gotta touch it now. So, you know, I just told my boss, Rob, hey, go talk to Jay Prince, see if we can get the rights to it, you know. And I said, and everybody, I'm cool with Charlie Boy, a lot of cats, you know what I'm saying, even Slim Thug, you know, I'm cool with these cats. So, you know, when I was asking questions, like, man, you think Jay Prince will bless off on it? I had the song for like 2 years and I let him hear it, man. That's jamming. Man, what made you change that like that? And I said, man, I'm just feeling it. So Raw went and made the meeting with Jay Prince and he said, yeah, I'll bless off on it, you know, as long as the paperwork's straight, we good. You know, so
that's what's up.
I mean, that's an honor, you know, to pay homage to a legendary group like that. So that's one of the hottest songs on there because, I mean, it's over 100-something K streams on Spotify by itself. So, I mean, it's doing numbers.
There.
Yeah, it's doing the numbers. So we're going to try to do a video for it and hopefully I think we got the blessing to get Willie D in the video.
Oh.
So if we can get Scarface too, that's the only hold up. That's going to be major for me, man. So shout out to them, the Ghetto Boys, rest in peace, Bushwick Bill. And it give me time to merge because I think Southern Soul is that. It's a mixture of hip hop, R&B, and blues, and then taking everything, even country music. I take some of everything and just pour it into it. Because really, I don't have no boundary. What's my rules? To say I got to stay right here? I don't have no rules in Southern Soul. I could do whatever I want. So that's what I've been doing, and that's what Mufasa is. It's got some Zydeco, it's got blues, it's got R&B, straight R&B, clockwise with Silk. I mean, to have Lil G sing, and it was crazy. We was in the studio, and he started, and I said, hey, G. Being a personal friend, and I admire him because I grew up on some Silk. Mm-hmm. I said, bro, I don't need what you're doing. I need you to take me back.
Right.
Take me back to 'cause tonight, baby, I wanna take me back to that.
Give me that early 90s.
Give me that G. And he gave it to me. He delivered. it got so bad to where he was singing so hard at the end of the song. I told Cat, don't stop, let it roll. You know.
Right.
I just sat there and he finished the song off on Clockwise. Package, the one, I mean, that was just paying homage. I took the track, the backbeat from that Computer Love, that boom.
Yep. Sure did.
I said, give me that Computer Love beat. And we built it from there. And it was like, man, he was boom, boom, I got your package. And I said, let's just change the top, you know, give me the beat. I wanted that Computer Love beat so bad. And I said, that's what I want. And when he gave it to me, I said, that's it. Let's go.
Yeah.
And we built from there. I mean, building the track, making the album was awesome. But I called it Mufasa because being the king of trail riding blues, being a king, period. And when people say, yeah, you the king of this, it's an honor.
Right.
Because I didn't walk around saying, I'm the king of this. I never said that. People gave it to me. And coming from the people is genuine. So Mufasa got betrayed, but he was a great king.
Yeah,
You see, the kingdom was running smooth when Mufasa was on the throne. When Mufasa went, it went down bad, you know. So I want the kingdom to actually flourish while I'm on my throne, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I picked the name Mufasa. It had such significance, and people was like, ah. So now I see, Cat, man, that Mufasa something serious. I'm like, let's go, you know. So I mean, it's an awesome album. It's an awesome album. If they don't got it, you got to get that. You know, iTunes,
Right.
Spotify, Cash App me, and I'll send it to you.
Already. One last thing.
All right.
Before we wrap up, I don't want to keep you too long, man. I know you got things to
Oh
do.
man, I'm having fun.
But you put on some awesome performances. Of course, I see all up on YouTube. Man, I'm talking about you entertain like no other. What is your favorite song to do when you performing? What's your favorite?
My favorite. I don't know. I think it's them country girls with the band.
Yeah.
When you give me that one with the band, because we go into, man, Bubba and them will go into some of everything. We go from them country girls to bag that thing up to chopper style. I mean, I remember one time we was in San Antonio and we was doing them country girls, and
He said we gotta cut it,
okay,
but finish your statement.
okay, we was doing country girl in San Antonio, Texas, and they was grooving so hard. We did that song for about 20 minutes. I did about 8 songs in that one track. So they just kept rolling, and the people just dancing and enjoying. I done crawled under the tables. My guitar player done crawled on top of the tables. We partied so hard for 20 minutes off one song. So I think that's had to be my favorite one to perform. But I think Black Horse, if I'm doing a track, because the push and pull we do with the Black Horse is always awesome, and the crowd participation. So
That's what's up. But man, we sure appreciate you coming down, man.
thank
This
y'all
has
for
been
having me,
fun, and we definitely gonna have to do a part 2.
we got to.
But JeterJones, the legend, is a Takeover TV superstar,
Come.
and there it is.
Stay right there.
This JeterJones, the king of trail riding blues, the people's champ, and you're watching Takeover TV. You heard me? Come.